Yeah, so what we saw in the yesterday session is all about the data structure part, and in that we focus more on the mutable as well as immutable data structure once again. So we saw yesterday string data structure, and after that, uh, after going through the string data structure, we saw some of the methods of the string data structure here. Like we saw how to use the join methods, how to use the capitalize methods, how to use the split methods, and also we saw the reversing the string. We also focus on understanding the subscripting concept of the string here, which include the range. We also saw the range function, how does it work, and we use how to reverse the strings. That also we saw it. After that, we started using the for loop, and using the for loop also we split the data and reverse the string. We also saw the reverse function. After going through it, we saw the some more about. Then we started the data structure like tuple. We saw tuple is a sequence of objects, and after that we saw uh, some example related to subscripting of the tuple also, and we saw how to use a swap, how to use a tuple for swapping the data. We saw in a single line we can swap the data, and after that we have seen some example for the indentation. How we saw like how indentation takes place in the Python, and we have seen one example of if control structure, and also we saw the while loop and the indentation of if structure by seeing the example of greatest of three number. And after that we saw the something more about the list and how to use a for loop for that. So nested for loop we saw, and after seeing the nested for loop there was small assignment, and I think some of the participants already solved this assignment. So how to get the index as well as the items as well as the length of the particular functions. So particular items, that also we saw it. So using the length function, and after that we saw the functions. We saw the uh, how to write the functions in the Python. So we use a def keyword for that, and also return the add and the sub functions. We have created this function as a module by just saving this file as a modeadd.py, and after that we just saw some like we saw like even the function is an object in the Python, so we could access the uh, some descriptions about the function by using the doc string. And we also use this module like we just whatever the file name we save by using the right file, we are use this. So this was done like this, and after that we just imported this. In this case we are imported, and we could see that how does the function work, and we could access this add. So that's what we saw in the yesterday session. So now in the today session, our focus will be to understand more about this. Like yesterday what we saw will be continuing in the today session. So we'll start with the uh, our functions, what we saw in the yesterday session. We'll continue with that, and in that what we saw, it was just like a user defined function, and also some assignments were given. I hope you guys must have tried the factorial of some numbers using the functions or recursive functions, and the other was Fibonacci sequence, that also we saw it. Okay, so that's it. We saw in the case of this data structure. Now we'll see the some special function here that we can see like uh, in the, as per our agenda we'll have some star arg, and also understanding the global variable and the local variable scope here. So I'll start with the today agenda with a global variable. Maybe I can create a new notebook, or I can continue this function here itself, so that we are having the same uh, notebook here. And in this, what we'll start is about I hope you have imported this, my models already done that. And we'll start with the function. I say, like, right, the models we know. Now let us go with the functions. So in this, what we'll see, like, how to use a local variable and global variable. So when you write some function, let's say fun, okay, and just let's say you have some variable here x, and we are just saying that this is a demo function for local variable first. Okay, and after this we should see, like, okay, now let us say we have a print value of x here, value of x, and I'll just print the value of x here. Then we'll just give some value to the x. It's a local variable, as you know, like inside the function, any variable you write, it is by default local. And we'll print the uh, defined value of x. It is x now. So that's it I'm doing right now. And what we'll do, we just understand, like, what happened here if I just say x equal to something like let's say 50, right? And we try to just call this function now, function of x. Okay, so what exactly happened here in this particular scenario, that we'll see it. uh, so function of x, or we can say function of some value we can give it. Let's say function value is 8. Okay, and print value of x. Okay, so what is the value of x here? So I hope you know, like, value of x outside the function. So what will be the value here? How this particular function will work? So this is a very simple function. Having just returned the value of x here, we are just passing one argument here, and we just try to execute now. So what do you think? Like, what will be the what will be the output of this particular program now? Yeah, some participant can quickly respond. I'll be just giving you 1 minute to respond back. Yeah, you have to give me the complete answer, not the partial answer here. The output, what will be the output of entire this program, this particular code? Yes, I think the type, yes. So you are getting the 8850, right? Why? because because now we know, like, the 8 is what right now is your local variable. Okay, here also I put 8. I should have put something here, different value here, maybe the 10, so that we are not confused. Okay, now, so I have value of x, we can see, like, which is 8 now, because here we pass the x 8 value here. Then we just say x equal to 10, so we got a value as a 10 here, right? And lastly we got a value of 50. Now in this case, what happened here? This x, what value we pass is a local, right? The value what we are seeing, 10 is the local. Okay, and as a result we are getting the value of x, which is just for the function only. Outside the function, the value of x is whatever is there. Now this x, what we can see, is a global now, right? It is outside the function. And the value which is we modified here we modified inside the function. First we pass 8, and then we pass here x equal to 10, right? and now we got something like 8 and 10, 8, 10, 50. But let's say I want to define that this is something a basic thing which is there, which is very common in all programming language. Now what we need to understand, if you want to make this x as a global inside the function, so how to make this x as a global inside the function? So let's so there is a global keyword, and you can just say global x. Now you change the value, just remove the x here, remove this function, and see the result. So what will be the output now here? Yeah, some guys can immediately respond. Just giving you, I'll just see, like last time Dharinder has response, so it is like a quick response I'm expecting. What will be the value of now this particular example? Yeah, so now here it will be a 50. Okay, so I got a 2 to 3 answer now. Good. But then some answers are wrong. Now let us see the output. It is 50, 10, and 10 now. So I could see the answers, but then now the change has happened. I think this is not a, now x is a global variable, it is not a local variable. So the answer should be 50, 10, and 10, because now x is global. Previously it was local. Okay, I hope you got it now. What is the global means now? Okay, so that's it. This was about like how to define the variable as a global variable. Now in the object oriented programming, we'll be having four types of variable. In this particular case, we have just saw only local and global variable. By default, variable declare inside the function is local, but in the case of uh, uh, like object programming, we have something like a object variable, class variable, then global variable, as well as local variable. So we will be understanding the scope of the variable in the object programming also. Okay, so this is for the function here. Now we have some special function, right? So what is a special function? We'll understand now. Now I have some function, like let us understand something connected to pointers, which I said there is no pointer, right? So let us see star arg double star kwarg. What is this? What is the kind of function it is? So let us see something interesting. So what this function will do, let's print this now. I'm just printing this arg and also printing kwarg. Now here keep in mind, arg and kwarg, they are not keyword. Okay, they are just variable. So what is important here is we can say the star and double star. So let us see what happened here if I define this function. Just call this function. See the interesting stuff here. And tell me what is going on now. Something I'm doing special here. I'm passing the parameters in the initial stage. I'm just passing the comma separator value. Then I'm passing the default value to the parameter. Generally function, we have two types of parameter we can pass. So how does it work? Oh, that's great. You can see the answer here. Something interesting. The output is coming here. So here I just define a very generic function, right? And now what you can see, when I'm passing comma separated value, I'm just getting the response as a tuple. And when I'm passing key equal to value, okay, or we can say default values, what I'm getting, the result is a dictionary, right? So that's what we'll see as a special thing in the Python. So now there are benefits of this, and the benefit here is you can pass n number of argument, right? And you can have even you can pass default value argument also, and even you can think about not passing any argument also. So there is no error whether you pass the argument or not pass the argument. In all the cases, this function is going to execute now. So this function is such a generic function where you can decide how many parameter to pass, what type of parameter to pass, and that is the way. And if you want to make some parameter as a compulsory, that also you can define in this particular example. Okay, so it is your choice now that whether you want to make some parameter as a compulsory or you want to make all parameter as a optional. So this is possible in the variable argument. So this is a kind of a special function which is available in the Python, and we can see the result also. Yes, here number of parameters are the Sangram. You're right. So during the runtime, only number of parameters are decided, and the benefit here now. Let me tell you the benefit of this now. So the benefit here is now imagine in the case of methods, because this function written inside the class, we say it is a method, right? So this now this method, like in the object programming, we have two things. We know, I hope some of the guys will be knowing about the polymorphism here, right? Like in the Java and the C++, you have polymorphism, right? What polymorphism means? We have some methods with a we can see like we can like when you say there's a overriding and there's a overloading, right? In Python, you will not see a method overloading there. Okay, so why we do not require overloading in Python? What could be the reason behind it? So why, if somebody can answer here, why overloading is not needed in the Python, and how this particular function parameter is the or variable argument parameter solve the problem here. Yeah, some questions are coming like what is the difference of star and double star here. I think by this example one can see the star is something where you can have the variable argument, and the double star is for the keyword argument, right? Means it is like a key and value, or you can say the default value argument. So you can catch only default value argument by double star, right? So that's what you can see from this example. I think the everybody can see the example and can understand the difference here right now. Right. Now, to understand this in detail, like you can see like uh, this particular example is showing you like the result is a dictionary. So what is the dictionary, that will be understanding in detail. Okay, I have some good example for this also. I can take some good example of function. If you want, I can take one or two example related to even multiple variable argument. Let me know if you want details, or I can go ahead with a new topic, that is a dictionary today. This was just to give the syntax of the function, but then yes, if I have to go in detail of the function, I can spend again another 10 minutes for the function itself. Yeah, so Dharinder is saying, right, that is this function we will have to follow the order. The answer is yes, we need to follow the order. If we do not follow the order, we will see some error also. Yes. So user defined function is what? Okay, the question here is what are different user defined function in the Python? Let me tell you, like user defined function, the meaning of user defined function, I think if you know, we don't have it is just like we are writing our own function, right? We have just like some parameter like default value parameters we can pass, or we can have the variable argument parameter. That's it, right? So the I hope Kiran you got it. Yeah. because here what you can pass is like you may have the function with argument or without argument. If it is argument, then you may have a variable argument or you may have a default value argument, right? Or now you have a something special argument, you can see, right? So I think some of the participant may require some one or two example to understand this in more detail. Let's say you want to create a function which is allowing you to multiply any number, right? So let us do that as a one of the example of this. So I'm creating one multiplier using this multiplier. This multiplier will have a one star arg. Okay, star arg is not a keyword. I think some of the guys may confuse between the star arg. So this is just the any variable, and just star is important here. I'm creating this multiplier. Okay, this multiplier is a very special multiplier here. Now what is this multiplier? This is a special multiplier. My this multiplier will take the any number of argument and will do multiplication. Now how? So I will just take the one variable here for multiplication. So let's say I want some result. So I will just put here like r is equal to 1 for I can say like I, or we can say so any variable r in n r multiply equal to I, and at the end we should return the result here, return r. So what this multiplier function will do now, let us see. So what is the function we are trying here? We are just saying multiplier star n, we put it here. Now how this will work? This is what r star equal to I is nothing but r equal to r multiplied by I. So every element of r, so whatever I will be there, okay, you'll be multiplying here. So let us see now. You can give the new name to this function also, multiplier, and you just pass it now. Just try this, see what happened. You got the multiplication, right? This is something interesting. You can pass whatever the number of argument you want to and see the result. So this is one of the special multiplier. Now you can decide what you want to pass, how many argument you want to pass, and the result is with you. So because this star n is there, so I can pass n number of argument here now. So one of the use of you can see one of the use here now, like here I can multiply any number of items in this particular function here. That's what the use of star n here now. N is what? Is a variable argument. Okay, I hope you guys got this example. And maybe some of the guys may be trying this. So there is a one question like, can we use a star arg any number of times in the function? Let me tell you, like star arg is itself is allowing you to pass n number of arguments. So we don't require to write star arg multiple times. There is no point in writing the star arg multiple times in the function. Okay, the question is always the parameter should be okay. In function one example, what is the order of ABC, how it decide? In function one example, yeah, so the parameter should be passed in, because we pass star arg here, after that double star. So there is a way, like like when it's a star arg, it is only for the variable argument. So that should be passed first, and then only you should pass the default value, because that's the concept of default value argument itself. So default value argument should be okay. There's a one question like whether r star equal to I is same like r equal to r multiplied by, yes, obviously it's a very I mean that is there in all programming language. The meaning is same actually. So r star equal to I equal to r equal. So that's a very yes, Sangram, that is true. You are right. Okay, so I hope we can proceed further now. You got the my example, and yesterday I given some assignment also related to how to pass the like how to cut the write a functions for the factorial numbers. I hope you must have tried that writing the function for factorial numbers or recursive function. Did you try that? So how to write it? Just say star n, and in the Python you can do in a very simple. Yes, good. So there is a question like, can you please explain how divide by zero will work in the function? Divide by zero we can work by using the exception handling. Yes, which is possible. Yes, that is possible. We can handle it by using the exception handling actually. So there is a divide by zero is possible by exception handling. And I'll be taking some questions at the end of the session because I think there are other participants who want to go ahead. So I'll be proceeding further now, and specifically some examples or some basic questions, or maybe I can say I will take the example later. At the end, I'll be taking maybe at 10:45 we'll have the question answer session only. Right now we have to go ahead with the next topic. So here, just to give the one example of recursive function, because if some participants are new to the recursive function, let me tell them that, and some of the participants already given the answer, right? If n is greater than uh, equal to, okay, sorry, less than equal to 0, then you should return what? 1, right? Else is returning, can you write else like this? Return n multiplied by fact n minus 1. Let us test this first, whether it is working or not. What is the problem in this particular example? I will try something. Yeah, can you give the answer here? What is the example problem here? Oh, we are putting the star. That's the wrong thing. That is the wrong thing. Because it is a, yes, that's what I was thinking. What is the problem here? And we put a something star here. That was a, okay. Oh, here I miss one. Yeah. So by mistake, we put a star because we just tried a star here and there. So that was the only reason. Now here, why we put less than equal to? Because let's say in the case minus 5 is written, then in that case it should be handled now. Otherwise, if you put logical equal to 0, then it will work only for 0, right? So we want to handle this. That's the reason we put a this is handled for 0 also. Now we can think about any number here, right? I hope you got it. Okay. So this was just example. So here the missing thing was like I just did a star n, star n, that was the wrong thing here. Okay, it should not be that, right? So when you say star means you have to pass the comma separator value here, not the single value. Okay, so yes, it is possible. You can do this by using the multiple way actually. We have one more, we'll be taking that example separately. Yes. So now let us go ahead with some other example. Now we'll start with the our topic. We'll go ahead with the example connected to. Okay, we'll see the dictionary now. Today we'll be having a major topic as a dictionary, and let me write our agenda for today. Some more agenda for today. So in this, maybe I will write in the new top new. Just let me take that new notebook. I'll do it now so that it is more clear. So agenda for this today session will be, we have seen the yesterday some functions, and now we'll be having dictionary. So dictionary methods are there. So there will be a lot of dictionary methods. So we'll be taking the case study, one small case study of the dictionary, and we'll understand what dictionary is all about. This is very important actually to understand dictionary, because nowadays dictionary is used in many of the application. Till now, what is the sequence? Like tuple is a sequence, string is a sequence, and the list is sequence. Now, dictionary is something unordered collection with a key and value pair, right? So this is something which we'll see is a unordered collection. I'm saying with a key value pair. Okay, key should be unique here. Unique. So here key should be unique. And also the another thing which we need to remember here, that the values could be and it should be immutable. It should be immutable. So in the case of key, you can have a, this is something about dictionary, unordered collection with key value pair. Okay, so I'm just starting in a different way, right, rather than writing. So key value pair like this, should be there. Okay, key should be unique and it should be immutable. So we'll be having one case study for dictionary itself, and after the case study we'll have a built-in functions in the Python. So what these built-in functions in the Python include, it's a very big topic actually, and we should know that. The first thing is we'll understand lambda function, then we'll focus on filter, third we'll see the map, fourth we will see reduce, then we'll see sum, max, mean. So we'll have a good example of lambda function, filter function, map, reduce, max, sum, means. This will be a small example of that. Then we have some special function like enumerate. We'll see the set function, how to use set as a data structure also. So there will be some good example of data structure. So we have some function we already saw, like reverse function we already saw it. We have a sorted function also like that. We already saw the reverse function yesterday. So that's it. I think if the time permits, we can add more agenda. Okay. So this is what we'll be seeing in the today's session as a new topic now. So we'll start with the dictionary. So we saw like what the function is all about, and how to use write our user defined functions. We saw the variable argument functions. So now what is dictionary? Yesterday we saw in the data structure about like how do you store data different in a sequence, right? Now in the dictionary, what we need to understand is how do you store data like a database now, right? The way we store, like here we have a key as a immutable object. Okay. In the case of sequence, we have a key as an index, is a default value as an index. Whereas in the case of dictionary, the keys have a name. You can have keys could be anything. So keys could be any immutable object here, right? I'm using the particular keyword immutable object. So that's very important. So how do we create a dictionary? So first we'll take the basic example of dictionary, and then we'll start with the case study of a dictionary. So dictionary, let's say D is equal to dictionary, and we define dictionary by just putting the curly bracket, uh, right? And we just say type of D, we can see that it is a dictionary. So this is the way Python understand that this is a dictionary, right? So now how do you add the data item into dictionary, and what are the things you can do? So we can add the anything as a key, I say, right? So anything means only immutable object. So let's say the dictionary contains uh, some data like let's say fruits data, or you want to say something like the storage of some key value pair. So could be anything. So for understanding the basic, we can just say like a as a uh, uh, just we are giving the a as a key here and the value as a apple. So this is something we are done now. So this is the way the dictionary can be created. This is one of the way. Now if you want to update, you can update. There are two way. You can again add it by just putting the new items and give the value here like a banana, and this way I can update the dictionary. This is one way. Other way to update the dictionary, what is other way? So let's say I have already dictionary available. Okay, so is having some key value and having something like a G equal to, let's say, colon grape, and having a, let's say, O for having the orange. Okay, so now this is a one dictionary, and I have another D1. I want to add the D1 in the D. Okay, how to add it? So I have just said D dot update of D1, and now you can see D got modified. So this is the way the dictionary has. You can have any immutable object. So I just say extend the example here that this is like a dictionary of fruits, where we are just saying like what the A means, B means, and G and O means, and it's an unordered collection. So not necessary that dictionary will have the same order. So you can add the item in any order in this case, because while accessing the data, we are accessing data by key. So let's say I want to access the uh, O, means like orange. I will just access by key here O, and I can access it. And whenever I want to do modification, definitely I can modify also here by putting the new value. We can just say something like org is a modification, and we just put this now. This is the modification we did, right? So this is very easy to access the data, means you can get the data by key, and you can update it by simply putting the new value here. Okay, so what dictionary is, I hope you got that. Dictionary is a key value storage here, right? And we have just created the empty dictionary here, and in this case Yes. So there is a question like, can I update it by key? So I already done that. You can see we have already updated by key also. We can update by directly update method also. So there are two way, but by update case you should have the dictionary inside it. Okay. Whereas in this case you can just put the key equal to value. That's a difference you can see now. I hope you are trying along with me. Let me know if you are finding it is fast or it is slow. Let me know. Okay, there are some question like here, can we delete the key? Yes, definitely. Uh, yes, you can do a lot of stuff actually in the dictionary. Okay, so what are the stuff you can do? You can look at the, yes, yes, Siva. Can a key have a list of value? Yes, you can have. That is possible. That's what I'm showing now. So let us say we want fruits. Okay, and fruit is a key, and I want to put the list of value. Okay, list of value is possible here just by putting the list here. Like let's say uh, I'm putting the, so I may have n number of items here, any kind of item, not necessarily the string only. It is not necessary. And I'm just adding some more. Let's say again duplicate also you can now add. There's no problem because it's a separate. Now look at this. I have a key as a fruits here. The value is a completely a list now. Yeah, we're already doing that. Rangnath, you can see we're already doing the like append you're talking. So append is a method for the list. Similarly, we are able to update here, right? I hope you got it. We are able to add this by update, or as well as we can add the data item by using the key equal to value also. So there are two way we can append. So instead of append, we have over here update, because in the append case we do by index, right? No, dictionary, I told you like it is not a sorted, it is unordered collection. Unordered collection. So the meaning of unordered collection, I think you know now. Okay. So what are the keys? You can find out by keys method. So they are the keys now. And what are the values? They are the values. So is there a way from value I can get the corresponding key? That's the question, right? See, generally we access the data by key, not by the value, right? So by value, no, we cannot say like by we access the data by key actually, not by the values. But if you want to find out the keys and values, you can find out, right? So when you say accessing the data from the dictionary, you should be accessing by key, not by the values, right? Okay. So this is not only in dictionary, like you can see anywhere, like in some programming language we have hash, right? So like in the case of Ruby, we say it is hash. In the PHP, we say hash. Okay, so in the case of list is not a dictionary. List is an index. List is a sequence of item, right? So in the list case, we can access the data by index. Here we access the data by you can say the by keys here, right? There we use an index method for that to access the value. So we use a method. So here we use a get method. So what are the methods? You can print the dictionary like this. So there is no order. Durai, there is no order, so do not look at the order of the dictionary. It is an unordered collection. I'm again repeating it that it is an unordered collection. So don't look at the order of the dictionary. It won't be same. It is not necessary that the dictionary will be having. So there is a separate collection for that. It is available. If you want to have the ordered, if you need an ordered dictionary, we have a separate collection for that. Yes, key and value separated by colon only here. In the Python, we have, that's a great thing actually. We don't require to remember the separate syntax, because some programming language we have a equal to greater than symbol. That is not the case in the case of Python dictionary. Python dictionary we have just colon in between key and value. So colon is a separator here. Yes, Sangram, it is like that only. I hope you got it now. So you will see always there is a key and value by colon only here. Okay, in the case of this kind of dictionary, so there is a separate dictionary like order collection dictionary. That is a separate thing. That is a separate collection. But in the as a dictionary, as a default dictionary which is available in the Python, it is like this only. The question is, can value be duplicated in the fruit keys? Obviously, why not? You can have values not only the fruit, anywhere. In this dictionary you can have duplicate value anywhere. Value is not a problem here. The only the key should be unique. Yes, Sumit, I hope you got the answer. You can do now also. Dictionary is a combination of all. You can have the, the list of value, and you can add the data in the fruits now also. Can you add the data here? Can you try to add the data in the fruits now? Now you can access the fruits here, right? Now what is this fruits is a list now. Can you append new fruits here? And you can have duplicate also. Let's say I want to add mango once again. No problem. You can add mango once again. No problem here as a value. Not only that, here also you can have the same key, but same key, if I do modification, it will override, right? Yeah, but then value, let's say I'm giving the a1 equal to apple once again. No problem here. There is no problem here. You can have apple once again. Sandeep, I think I told you once again, I'm repeating this thing like uh, key value pair is an unordered collection, so there's no point in inserting the data at particular. This is not an index. Okay, dictionary is a storage. It's a key value storage. It's like a database, but it's unordered collection. So we are not, here order doesn't matter actually. In this particular dictionary, order doesn't matter, because you're not actually accessing any data by any index here. So here you can update the dictionary and by key and value only, right? Not by the index. So there's nothing like an index position here. So we are not worried about the order here in this case. Can key and value be null? So what is null here in the Python? Null is a none here. So if you want to try, you can try it. That's not a problem. Okay, let's say as a value as a none. Okay, let's say you want to make a none value. I'm just putting the empty dictionary. Let's say I'm just putting the b here. Sorry, n equal to, I'm just putting the value as a none. Okay, so this is none here for that. So now you can see there is a value none here. None is a keyword. Okay, none means nothing here. Yeah, that's a very this is very simple to get the keys actually. How many keys are there? You can count it easily, because you can see there is a. If you try also, I think you'll get the answer. Sangram, I think you should be the answer. This is a very basic question. How we can get the count of the keys present in the dictionary? I think it's very basic, and you can try it also. Can you try and give the answer rather than I'm giving the answer? Yeah, I want you to respond, because this is very simple. If you can get all the keys, you can definitely get the count also. I hope you can try it and give the answer here. Okay, so now let us proceed further with a case study of the dictionary now. So what case study we want is, now we want to have the dictionary as a this is a very simple example of dictionary we tried here, just to understand what dictionary is. Dictionary is, we saw, like, is a key value storage, and there are many more methods. I think you should look at the dir of d, and you can see there are several methods available in the dictionary now. And you should look at some of the methods like items, iter items, or this kind of method like pop and pop items, update value. So this kind of, so you can remove the data by keys, you can remove the data by, so these are the pop and pop items. So you can see that kind of methods are available. So you can also look at the right, so you can get this like has underscore key, how to find out whether the key is available or not, whether a is available or not. Yes, it is there, you can find out. So if the unknown key is there, let's say I'm just trying to access unknown key, it is a false, right? It is saying it is not available. So we can use a has underscore key for that. Just try some more methods, I think you'll be more comfortable with the dictionary. After trying all, you can obviously will require to, even you want to set the default value, that is also possible. So we have a lot of methods available, and I think you will require to go ahead and check this, then only the dictionary will be more clear. Right now I just given the sample example, but obviously you will require to practice it. The next thing is the case study of dictionary. What case study I'm looking for? Let's say we want to create, like, dictionary is like a mini tables, it's a lightweight database, right? So as it is a lightweight database, so means I can store the data, right? uh, and is a key value storage, right? So can I show the relationship between the dictionary also, like can I have a dictionary of dictionary? So can we have a dictionary of list, can we have a dictionary of tuples? So answer is yes, we can have a dictionary of list also, we can have list of dictionary, and lot of things are possible. So to understand the complexity, we'll have one some good example of dictionary here, right? Okay, I think there is something. Okay, so let us take the scenario here. Okay, there are some questions still. Okay, somebody has answer, or length of d dot keys gives you the count. Yes, that's true. I think somebody has already answered. That's good. Yeah, that's good, Sangram. So you got the answer. Good. So now let us proceed here. So let's say we have a book dictionary now. We are going to have one small case study. What I want now to understand the complex dictionary, because like some database. If some of the guys must be knowing about MongoDB here. What it is in the MongoDB? Anybody know about MongoDB here? Because some of you guys are from database background. So what the MongoDB include? It is a again a the kind of storage, right? Exactly. So yes, that's great. So what is that? It has a bson storage or json storage, right? So we say bson storage there, right? So MongoDB means it has a bson storage. So what is the kind of storage it is? It is again a key value storage. I hope those guys from the JavaScript background and has already worked on that. Again, it has a key value pair storage. That's great. So same way the dictionary is, right? Yes, exactly. Yeah, yes, Suchi. I think, yeah. So we can see like it has a key value storage. So and we can have the dictionary of dictionary also, right? So what we can now, we'll have a, let's say we want to build the dictionary in such a way, there is a relation between the two dictionary, right? So we have a, let's say one book dictionary. We have a, there is a case study. This is a complete dictionary case study here. We have a author. Now what our case study will be, and there is another dictionary called publisher. We want to show the relationship between the author with the book as well as publisher with the book. Now book include that what? So what is the relation of book with a author here? Yeah, no, like the relationship here, right? So one to many or many to many, this kind of relationship. So one book can be written by many authors, and so and also the many authors can write a many books. That is also possible, right? So there is a relation between the book and author. It will be what? Many to many, right? If you want to just show the relation of book and the author here, right? Similarly, you can have the relation of publisher with the book. So any book, so generally like what? One to one. So your book can have the one publisher here, and one publisher can write a many book. That is possible here, right? So there's a question here. Can we use a Python to deserialize a Mongo data format when there are cases like dictionary? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, serialization and deserialization is possible in the Python, and it is there actually. We have also model of JSON in the Python, and in the JSON you will be having that example. So, and also we have pickle model available in the Python, which is for serialize and deserialize the data. Yes, definitely it is there. That's good question, Suchismita, right? I hope we got the answer. So it is there in the Python. Python is very popular for storing the objects and also serialize and deserialize. So that is available in the Python. Okay. So now here this book should be storing the book information, right? This is a book is a one dictionary, author is another dictionary, and publisher. What I want is like the last will be having the books, will be having the multiple dictionary into it. So we'll be having the let's say book one. Okay. So either we can have the list of dictionary as possible or dictionary of dictionary. So it depends on your requirement. So we can have the list of dictionary also, like book one comma book two, like this we can have. This is possible, and then we should be able to access or modify any dictionary, any book items by using the books also. So we can have some complex example by this, right? So I'm just putting like what we want is like we want to storage. Either we can store in the list of book, we can store here, okay, or we can store the which list of book will be here, what it will be like a dictionary, list of dictionary, that is possible, or we can have dictionary of dictionary also. This is possible. So let us do that. So let us start with the first publisher or author, we can say, right? So can we start adding the data into publisher now? So publisher is a dictionary, and this dictionary should have what? The first thing, let's say the publisher has a publisher name. So I'm just saying the p name is equal to publisher name is, let's say, uh, any publisher name you can take it. Let's say O'Reilly is a publisher here. Then we have a publisher has a what data you can have now. The name is one of the field. Publisher could be have another field now. Let's say the publisher city, or you can say location, whatever you want to say. So publisher location is let's say we are just giving here as a Pune location, and publisher could have the web, right? And this web has a let's say http colon www dot orally dot whatever. Okay, so this is the one dictionary that is a publisher here. Then what we should do, I can add more data actually later on as per your requirement. You can add it now. So I'm just putting some information about publisher here, and some more information can be added as per the requirement. But just to get the quick idea, we are doing all this thing. If you want to add the email address, phone number, maybe the contact number, publisher contact, you may have a mobile contact here, and it is just giving the some numeric value. Okay, something numeric value also it is possible, not necessarily the value should be string here. Okay, so this is a publisher. Now we have another thing, that is a author. So author has a is another dictionary where we say the first name, f name, and let's say Surendra is a first name. Then author has a last name, l name. You can have any means like this is just for understanding. We are just saying first name, last name. Then author has a location. Okay, let's say that author location is Pune. Then author has a email, and let's say the email is GKTCS.com. Okay, and that's it. I think that's fine. We can put this information. Okay, maybe the contact is there. So this is all of about author now. Now third dictionary, we shall have book. Book is having relation. Now we want to show the relation of book with the publisher. So book has the first thing, the title of the book. Let's say uh, automation using Python is a book. Book has a, okay, there is a question like, can we have entry for all the key in the one statement? Yes, possible. But this is where if you want to make it dynamically, this is the way we add it. Then we can do that also. Yes, possible. We are just creating the data like the table we are creating, and then we can insert data. So I think yes, I can show that also. If you want, what I will do here in this case, in this example, I will do that only rather than writing this. Okay, right now let us because I want to show, because it's trying to make simple here. Otherwise, the things will be more complex. So now let's say I want the publisher here. What I should do here, just say publisher here. You can have the book as a publisher. The value will be now this publisher, right? Yes, Sangram, it is possible to have in the one statement also. We can do that later. I already shown actually in this example. I already done actually this thing. So it is possible. So we are just showing the relationship now here. So to show the relationship, this is the way we can now. I'm like, this is a more better way. Now here we can say author is having the value as a author, and book. So this is not a database, but then just like the way we have a database relation, like I'm not saying that here we are showing the many to many or one to many, but then how we can give the the value. I'm like how we can relate our dictionary. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say here, right? So in this example, let's say now one more like field we can have for the book, that is a data publication. So we can say date, and again the date could be something like we can have the DDMMYY format. So today is, we can have 2016. Yeah, you can put this, or we can have a, in the case like if you want to put dynamically, you can put dynamically also, that is also possible. And now print book, I'll just put this outside. The objective is not to create a dictionary. Dictionary creation is easy. The important thing is how do you modify the complex dictionary. So now this is a dictionary where we have a book dictionary which include the author information. You have first name, last name, location, and all the information of author here. And also we have something you can see like the other information, you can see that, right? So this dictionary include the author as well as publisher information. Now there is an assignment actually, some of the assignments I want you to quickly do that. So I want to change the first name of the author from the book using the book dictionary. So how to change the first name of the author here from the book dictionary now. So that's what I want you to try it. So I'm just giving you some time here to modify the first name of the author using the book dictionary. So we should able to, this is again a very simple example because after that there will be a lot of books here, right? We'll be creating the multiple copy of the book. So I'm just making the simple thing first, and then we'll go for slowly we'll go for the complexity. So can you tell me like how you can modify the author first name in this particular example? Yeah, I'm expecting some answer here. The first thing is how do you access the first name of the author using the book? If you are able to access, then you can access the, yeah, because in the previous case it was a simple dictionary. Now it is like a dictionary of dictionary. So we should understand the difference here. So meanwhile, I will save this. This is our today's what? Calica underscore Python. I'm just using. So I think still you need to try book.author will not work. Yes, you're trying, but then I don't think it will work. Just try it. Yeah, you need to access the author here, right? How to access now author and author first name. So to for that, what we should do? Anybody got it till now? Till now, I could not see the answer actually. This will not work. Dharvinder, this will not work. You just try it, but it will not work. So okay, I will simplify the question first. How to get all the keys here? Okay, good, good. That's good. So now I think yes, yes. The I think the Suchi Smita has given the answer here. Right, right, Suchi Smita, you are right. So the way it is in the JSON, those who are done in the JSON, they know now that here the book of author will be the complete dictionary, right? Is a dictionary completely. Now I have the first name. Now F is a capital letter here, so I have to use that only. This is my first name, right? Yes, Suchismita, you are right. And now you can modify here. You can modify here whatever the name you would like to give it here. And you can see the difference now. So this is the way you can access and modify here. So anything you want to modify or any update you want to do it, this is the way. Because this is a dictionary of dictionary, and I hope you are getting now. All of you guys are trying. Okay, I'll just come in a minute. Yes, I'm back now. So I hope you're trying these examples. There will be some small assignment based on this actually. Now, what we did is just like we created a dictionary, but let's say now we have multiple books, right? So as we just saw here, books, we can have multiple books now. In that case, how to access? So we can have list of book also. So we can think about books here, but before we add the multiple books, okay, I hope now I'm audible. Yeah, Tilip, I'm audible now. Yes, okay, fine. So now here, book of, I want to create a list of books here. So before we create a list of books, I want to create multiple copies of books. So how to create multiple copies of the book? So first, if you want to create a multiple copy of book, you should be copying that book. Okay, so I'm just doing that by using the book dot copy. Okay, I'm just creating multiple copy here. Then book 2, again book dot copy. Book 3 is equal to book dot copy. And now create a books is equal to, in a single line I'm doing now, book 1, book 2, book 3. That's it. I'm just doing only for 3 books here. And now if I print books, what happened? You get a list of books now. So this is looking like a JSON, right? Someone must have seen like how the JSON file look like. This is more better, right? I can see author. There is duplication now. You can see that. Now there is a assignment based on this. I just added some modification to make you more clear about it, and after that we'll actually proceed further. So if I change one author, I'm expecting that all authors should change. Okay, the only title I can have a new title in this case, because you can see the we have a duplicate copy. Author is same for all. See, if I change one author, everything, all author will change here. If I change the publisher information as well as author information, it will reflect to all the books here, even though it is a copy. But titles will be titles will be unique. So can you change the title of all the books here now? And how to change it now? So I want to change the title of let's say book 2. Okay, how to change the title of the book 2 here? Yeah, I want your answer quickly. Expecting the answer now. I have just created the list of books. The question here is how to change the title of book 2 here, and then if you can change for book 2, you should be able to change the title of book 3 also. Yes, great. So I think the I'm getting the answer also from Suchi Smith. I got the answer. Yes, but we need to be very careful in terms of the we can say the keys, how it is written, is a capital letter or small letter, because it's a case sensitive. So in this case, author AUTH is a small letter. So this, I'm assuming that in your case maybe it is a capital AUTH. That's the reason you are using that, right? Yeah. So now you are saying like book 2. Okay, book 2 directly. No. We want to use using the books actually, not directly by book 2. I want to do directly using the books actually. Okay, not using the book 2, because book 2, book 3, they are the separate one. I want you to try using the books actually. Using the books I want to access, right? So first of all, this books has what is a list here. I hope you know it's a list. So how to access that? By index, not this way. I think not getting the answer till now. Look at the index. What is books of 0? Books of 0 is the first book. So first thing is you should be accessing the by index, because now here this is a list of books. I'm saying you have lastly, that is a books is available. Okay, I'm not giving this book 1, book 2, book 3 copy here. So the first thing is Yeah, the answer which I'm getting is wrong now. So that's the reason. Now I need to change the title of books of one. Okay. Then it has a change in what? Title. Why author we are written now here? Author is not required, right? We are just changing the title here. So I don't think we'll require that. Yes, that's correct now. Yes, right, right. Now you are getting. So title is in the small letter T here. So I had to use the same thing. So now the title is this. And if books one, I say books one means the second books, right? And now I can change the here I'm saying the mastering Python, something whatever you want to give it. And now you should see the changes in the books one. So in the books one, what is the title? Mastering Python, right? This book has a title automation is in the Python. This book has a title master in Python, right? So this way you can, now this was a simple one. Now you need to change, let's say, uh, okay, can we change the author now? Can we change the author? Let's say books one author you want to change it. Okay, can you change the books one author now? How will do that? Books of one, right? We want to change what? Information of author, right? So author, and now in this I want to change the first name. No, 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 that is wrong, Sangram. Author equal to Sangram, it will do the wrong. Yes, no, no, no. You have to say first name. Under the author, we have what? First name. Yes, that's true, right? And now we should be able to modify it. Okay, okay, got it. Okay, fine. So now you can do that and see the changes. Something interesting you will see here, that all author will have a modified now. You can see this. I modified one author, but automatically you will see all author will get modified. Let me do that also. Let me show that something else. I'll do it now. Uh, let's say Amit. You can see all author got modified. Okay, why all author got modified is a question. I have already given answer, but then someone can answer here now. Even though I modified books one author first name, I can see that all author got modified. This is because of the, yes, I hope, can you give the answer here? Why all author got modified even though I have modified only one author here? Yes, right, right. Yes, that's correct. Because I got an answer from Suchismita here that author is a single copy. Because we have only one database of author here, right? So this is we are referring here in this case. We do not have multiple author, right? Book are multiple. Yes, correct answer, Suchismita. Yes, you are correct. Because in this case, you can see that author as well as publisher, we have only one copy. We do not have multiple copies of author here in this case, and multiple copy of even the publisher here. So that's the reason, if I modify one author information, it will reflect to all authors as well as for the publisher also, but only we have multiple copies of books. So the modification in the books whatever we'll do, okay, will be there in the all books. That's correct. So I hope you got this case study, and you must have enjoyed this case study. Now I can give the break for 10 minutes for question actually now, not the. So those guys who like to have the question, now we can discuss the questions and all, because right now I wanted to finish the topic and then the question, and then we'll start the new topic, because we'll be having the built-in functions after this, after the break. So I'll be giving this break only for the questions now. Yeah, there is a question. Maybe I can answer this question and to for all, and I'll repeat. What is the question? I'll tell you. The question is, in function, how can I have return multiple? Yes, possible, Sangram. Yes, very much possible. In the Python, it is possible. Python make a multiple return also. Uh, it is possible by speciality. That's okay. Good question. First of all, I'll answer the Sangram question here. Maybe I can speak with some of the participants so that rather than giving the yes, I will speak with the Sangram. And that is there in our example also. We have a generator concept. Sangram is here. Hi, Sangram.
Surendra.
Yeah, so I thought like we'll have a separate discussion in this. So your question is like how we can have multiple it, right? Am I right? This question.
Correct.
See,
Correct.
it is possible. Did you heard about a generator concept?
No.
Okay, so
No.
that is a topic where we'll understand how you can have
hmm
multiple return. Because do you have multiple return other programming language?
Yes, I can. Yes, in
In the
normal
in the same
PLSQL
function.
program. Yes.
No. In the same
Yes.
function. In the same function, which programming language has a multiple return actually in the one function?
Yes. 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 We can do that in normal in our Oracle PLSQL
Uh-huh.
program and all. We can do that.
Oracle PL/SQL, you do it. Okay. Any programming
Yes.
language like Java or .NET? Have you seen that?
Uh,
C,
no,
C++?
Java actually. I'm not familiar. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Java actually.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in
But in
Python it is
C, it is
possible.
possible.
Python it is
Yeah.
possible, but just wanted to
hmm
say like uh, uh, how to do that. That is a concept of generator now.
Okay. So do
Okay.
I need to define anything while defining the parameter? Do I need to mention anything that I will have multiple return? Because what you mention in the definition is in the declaration part, basically all the input parameter. We
Mm-hmm.
don't talk about the output parameter out there. So generator, you are saying there is a separate section which
Yeah.
you are going to cover, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay. Okay.
In
Yeah,
that.
it will
In
cover
that.
as part of this.
Yes. It is.
Mm-hmm.
We have a iterator and generator concept. We have a
Mm-hmm.
special. You can return n number of times in the single
Okay,
function,
okay,
and we'll
okay.
see the concept, because in the even in the function itself we will be having that topic. It is a part of
Okay,
function,
okay.
but it is an advanced concept of function. Then we are not seeing the
And a
advanced function.
function,
Yeah.
okay, and a function can return a list also, right?
Yes. Function can return
Okay.
lot of things, and that we'll see actually. Um, we can return tuple also, right?
Okay, so if list actually one way I will be able to achieve it if I put all these values in a list and then return that list, I will get those multiple values.
Yeah, actually, you
That's
also
also
saw
one
the
way.
even variable argument we saw, right?
Correct. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's for variable argument for the input only, right? Not for output.
Yeah, you can give the output. No, the output also we can return that way.
Okay.
See
Okay, so
what?
if we have a separate topic altogether, then I probably park this question for some time.
Yeah, that's true. Now let me. Okay, in the previous example only, I think I have shown that. Even in this case, uh, if you look at this, what you can say, the star ARG. Okay, so
Start.
now
Yeah.
you can pass also, and you can return also. No, this is a return thing only.
Okay.
So
hmm
even instead of print, you write a return statement here. But yeah, multiple return statement you cannot write in a same way, right? You have to write
Yeah,
a print
that's what
statement.
I'm. Yeah, print is fine. Print is something we are just printing it out there. But what I want to do is I want to return it and capture it outside the function.
Yeah, that is also
Okay.
possible. Okay.
Okay.
Now what I can do
Okay.
here, I will just write a return here. Okay, but now the next statement will be this way I can try it.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay. Let's
now I think
see.
the
Will it
problem is
work?
solved. Yes, definitely.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
This is also one of the best
Okay.
solution.
Okay. Then it is simple actually. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is very simple, and I have another way
Yeah.
also, but this is one of the simple solution in this example.
Got it. Okay. So it is
Okay,
just you need to. Okay.
just put a
No,
comma
need to
because
specify.
it returns a tuple then by default.
Okay. Got it. Yeah.
That's a benefit here.
Got it. Got it.
Okay,
Thank you.
great.
Thanks,
Okay,
Surendra.
yeah. So we are just discussing about the question. So okay, there is a question from Rangnath. I will speak Rangnath actually separately. I have just given the break for some guys, and this is for the question actually. So those guys who would like to listen the question, they can listen. Otherwise, there is a break actually for the 5 to 10 minutes. Rangnath is there. Okay, I will just speak to Rangnath. Hi Rangnath. Hello. Are you there, Rangnath? I can. Rangnath, I have already given the answer, but I am not getting like you are not online. I think maybe you are in the break. No issue. I think he's in the he has taken the break. Fine, no issue. Maybe I can come back because there's no other question now. So even I can take the break then. So I'm again back. Having any questions, maybe we can answer here. I was trying to reach Rangnath, but I don't know whether he is available or not. He's having some questions. I can speak to Rangnath. So if any query, let me know because I think I given the answer, Rangnath. Hi, Rangnath. Hello. I think you're. I'm trying to reach you, Rangnath. Are you there? Did you get the answer? Rangnath, I could not hear you. I don't know. You just check your mic. I'm not able to hear you. Just check your mic actually, whether your mic is on or not. I already, Rangnath, I already unmute you, but only thing is now I think you need to unmute yourself because I can see here. Okay, Rangnath, I will just try once again.
Show you that.
Yeah, hello.
So if you look at here, yeah, this one. So you can see these four are having the same SAMS OMS ETL tables, right? So the list of tables are order header, BA stage population, SMC order line gift card table, and YFS instruction table, and SMC carrier building info table. All these will run based on the same data and type parameters. Okay. So it will run for the same period. I mean, okay. That's the reason why we kept under the same load. Okay. Let's say if the gift card info went success, but order header did not.
Is somebody Rajendra got somebody else got connected? I think. Okay, so I think we should continue now. The break is over. We'll continue with the next topic because we have some other example, other topic today. As per our plan, now again the break will be there after the training only. So by 11 o'clock, maybe by 10:45, we'll have a question. I'm like break means again a question again. So as per our plan, we'll be going for the functions topic, right? So now let us understand something special here, that is the built-in functions in the Python. So what is this function? So we saw in the previous case data structure like dictionary. Now the functions like the lambda functions and all we'll see. So you must have heard lambda in the mathematics, right? So what is this lambda? So lambda is a keyword here in the Python. So what's the use of this lambda in the Python? And you must have heard in the mathematics the lambda how we use is like a inverted y, right? That's a symbol. Now how we can use lambda here in Python? So is a keyword. Now what you can do in the lambda, you can create any function. So it is like a kind of an inline function, right? It's a built-in functions in the Python. So how it works, let us see now. So you can create a new function in the lambda. Let's say you want to create a function, a special function. Let's say now I'm just creating the cube here. Cube is equal to lambda. I want to have like somewhere like if I'm passing the value n, it should return multiple times n to the power 3. So now without def, we have created the function. Now look at what is this cube now. Cube is a lambda function. So how to use this cube now? This cube is a function now. It itself is a function. You can use a function cube like the way the function is used now. You can just say cube of 3 and you can get the response. You can just try this. Cube of 2, you got this response. So you created one function like cube, okay, by without writing the def, without writing the return statement, you just say lambda, given an expression, you return the new expression. That is what the lambda definition is, right? So in this particular case, we have a just pass the single value. So now the way you pass the parameter to the function, you can pass a parameter to lambda also. So now you are going to pass parameter to lambda itself. How? Let us see. Now here, let's say I have a addition of two number. How you can do that? Simply say lambda as a keyword. You can decide addition of two number. Let's say the two numbers are a comma b, and it returned by colon, okay, a plus b. I am not writing any return statement, and now still you have a lambda function created add, and you can just pass the parameter here and done the addition. Okay, so this is another style of writing the uh, function now, and is not replacing any existing user defined function, but this is all built-in functions, and they're like you can say reducing a lines of code here. Okay, so the objective is to reduce the lines of code and use a code with a Pythonic style. Okay, so lambda is allowing you to write an expression and return in the new expression in a single line, right? So it's one of the powerful, and you can reduce the complexity by writing the lambda function. That's the benefit of lambda here. So how do you reduce the complexity? Because let's say in one function you may want to return the you may want to call the multiple function, right? So you can do that. Okay, so I'll be using this lambda actually in many examples, so that time we'll come to know how lambda is used also. So there are some questions in between coming actually, like what actually lambda does. Lambda is written in the new function actually. Yes, it is a function only. It return the new function. That's it, right? So you do not require to write a def. You do not require to write a return statement. It's like a kind of an inline function in some programming language. It's a single line function. That's it. You are not going to write a multiple line in the lambda case. So someone say like, is it for numeric operation? The answer is no. It is for any kind of operation you can perform. Nowhere I mentioned that lambda is for the numeric operation. So Sangram, I think I have not mentioned that it is for numeric. You can do anything. You can even add the string also if you want. You want to do that? Just let me do that. I will do this. Just try this and see the result. I got it. Great. So not necessary. It is for numeric because Python is dynamic. And let us use a Python. This is like a concatenation of the string. Okay. The way the function works, def works. Same way the lambda works. The difference you can see now. I hope you know how the df work. Okay, so user defined function, the same way lambda is working. The difference, same, not exactly same way, but then somewhat you can see, like you can compare. But here we are not return the return statement, we are not return the like we are not use a def keyword, and still we are able to get the result which you want, right? So I can pass what I want here because I have not mentioned that what type of data it is. I hope the Sangram you got the answer now. Yeah, you can. Yeah, definitely. The logic. So in a single line, whatever is possible, you should be right now, because this is not a the function. It's not a DEF actually. It is not replacing any existing DEF here. It is just like a one of the way of writing the code. So is there limitation in Lambda? It seems like most of the function activity is doing. Uh, yes, it's kind of inline function, Sangram. You're right. So I hope you got it now. It's a single line function, so it should be written in a single line. That's the only limitation. It is not for writing any complex function. It is writing the simple function only. We are not using the lambda for writing a too much complex like function inside function, but we can use a lambda inside the function also. How that will be seeing some good example, right? So anyhow, I just shown you one example actually, but then it doesn't mean that we are finished the lambda here. Okay, but we'll be using this lambda in our program, so that time we'll come to know more about lambda. Right now I think we should go ahead with some other function also. So I'll be using lambda in other function, like now let's say the another function which we'll be understanding is a is a filter function. So what is the meaning of filter? You should always look for the meaning first, and then we should go ahead. Generally, I do not prefer to go ahead with the PPT and slides and all this thing, because I believe like if you understand the concept practically, then theory you can refer. I already share the document, so I will not be focusing much theory, but then quick idea about filter we should know. Okay, so what is that quick idea about filter here? So filter is for what? This is for the sequence operation. We'll be performing some sequence operation using the filter. So what are the function we'll be seeing as a built-in function right now? Most of them will be having the what you can say. Uh, this will be the built-in and will be for performing the operation on the sequence now. Okay. So how do you perform the sequence operation? That let me show you. Now let's say I have a sequence here. Okay, one sequence could be any type, could be a list, could be a tuple, could be anything. So I'm just using the range here. Let's say I have a 2 to 25 element in this sequence. So what the sequence will be having now, we have used a 2 to 25. It means it is going to have a element starting from 2 and the end is a 24. Now I want to filter this sequence in such a way that I can see only you can say the number which are non-divisible to 2 and 3. Okay, like that. So I want to create one function for that. So I can create a function like one function, let's say function 3. Okay, is equal to lambda. Using the lambda also I can create now. It should return such a way, like I have some, let's say parameter, let's say n. It should return n modulus 2 not equal to 0 and n modulus 3 not equal to 0. Just to I'm just writing it up. Now what this fun of 3 is, let us test this. If I say fun of 3 of 2, I'm like 3 is just I'll write something else otherwise. This is a function like a fill. I'll just give the name fill here. For filter I'm writing this function actually. So when I say fill of 2, it is saying the false. Okay, when I say fill of 3, it should say false. What about fill of 5 now? It is true. Why? because here in this case, if I say n modulus 2 not equal to 0, so it is true only when n modulus 2 not equal to 0 and n modulus 3 not equal to 0, right? Now let us use this filter function for the sequence now. So how to apply that filter? And the first thing is the function here, so I'm using the fill, whatever the name, it is just name, right? And the second is a sequence, and see what is output now. So return is all those items, okay, from the sequence where this function is true. So filter is a function where we have a two parameter. The first parameter is a function, and second parameter is a sequence, and sequence could be anything. Sequence could be a tuple, list, okay, so whatever the sequence it is. And now you are going to filter uh, those items from the sequence where my function is true. And this is the way the filter is created. It's a built-in function in the Python. So in some cases I want to quickly filter some sequence of item. I can use a filter function like this, right? So this is like, and the sequence could be like, I can give the sequence one more example of the filter. I can take it because we have to just quickly look at it. I cannot go in the deep of this right now. We have some limitation, and I say anything I can pass it, any sequence, and I can filter the item now. So according to what? According to the functions, it is going to uh, return the item here now. So return the sequence. So you can see now I have passed the filter as a tuple. Return type is tuple. So now one more thing you can observe in this case, that the way I am passing. So if I am passing the list, it is written in the list. In the filter case, if I am passing tuple, it is written in the tuple. So this is for any sequence. Okay, I hope you got this point. Yes, Sangram, the second parameter is a data set, or you can say sequence actually here. Either you say data set or you can say sequence. Yes. Okay. So sequence, I know, like sequence is what? Sequence is all tuple, list. Uh, then the even the string is a sequence, right? So so all the other sequence here. Now let us go for the another built-in function, because we cannot spend much time on every function. So we have to go for the another function also. Understand the another function called map. Map is another important function in the Python. Is another built-in function for the sequence. In the map case, what I can do is I can actually handle multiple sequence. In the filter case, I can have only one sequence at a one time. Okay, I can just operate on the one sequence, and I can have only one function here. In the map case, I cannot handle multiple sequence, so I can even do the addition of two sequence. So I have a add function. Let's say this add function is there. Okay, I want to add even, let's say I can add the my string also. You can see, but how it is adding, you just tell me now. Something interesting stuff. Okay, yes, something is going wrong here right now. Why this is wrong? Let us try this. Add means you should have two parameter here. Just try the sequence, because number of parameters should be same. The wrong was because the number of parameters should be same. Now why it was not working, that also I'll tell you. It has to be same number of parameters. Inside both the sequence should be of the same length actually. If the length of the sequence is wrong, then there is a problem. So I'll show you now how it is for the string. So I should have, let's say, not necessary tuple, AB and CD. So the length should be same. Then only I can map it. Because in the previous case, what I did, it was like a heterogeneous sequence length. In that case, it will not work. So what the map is doing? So map I use a add function, this one, which is already written in the filter or in the lambda, right? This add function is for addition of two number. So one condition for the map. Let me tell you map. Map you can have a more than one sequence. First of all, you can have one sequence also. You can have more than one sequence also, right? But there is a condition. And what is the condition now here? The condition here is number of parameter for the function and number of sequence should be same. So in case I want to add the three sequences, so obviously your function add should have three parameter. So it is possible. So this is the way. So we can do the something like let's take some good example of one more. Like let's say I have one sequence 1 equal to, now how it is working. Okay, map is doing what? Map is doing mapping the two sequence in a very different way. Let me tell you now how it is working. It is like this. Now I want to do the addition of two sequence. How it is done, let me show you. So generally if you do the sequence 1 plus sequence 2, it will be like a concatenation. Okay, this is not I'm expecting. What I'm expecting is that it should be 1 plus 5, 2 plus 6, and 3 plus 7, 4 plus 8. This is possible by map now. Now you can apply this thing in the map. I think Sangram will get the answer now. You can look at this example and you'll get the answer here. Sequence 1. Now what will be the answer here, Sangram? What will be the answer? I think you'll get the answer now here itself. Is it like 1 to 8 now, or it will be something else now? Yes, Sangram. I hope you'll get the answer immediately. Yes, that's what. And I hope you got the answer now for the previous example also. Okay, okay, great. So this is the way the map is doing. So it is every item of the sequence is mapped with the every. So that is the way we are doing the sequence. Provided the length of the sequence should be same, right? Otherwise, the way the error we got, it was because the length was not correct in the previous example which we had. If the length is not correct, then we get the error. Right. Yeah, by index only. Right, right. That's true. Okay, there's a question like, is that map always work with a add? No, 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 no. It is nothing like that. It's nothing like that. You can have any function. Add is just one of the example, right? You can have any function you can apply. Like you can map cube. Cube is there, and I have a one sequence, which is a like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cube also function I have defined, right? I have defined the cube function somewhere here. So what will be the output now here? Yeah, Ashwin, you can just try this. Can tell me what will be the output here? It should be the cube of all the items now. Okay, so I told you in the beginning itself that you can now minimum one sequence and maximum there is no limit in the map case. Whereas in the case of filter, yes, we have only two parameter. One is a function and another is a sequence. But in the map case, it is not like that. No, these are the parameters. So whether it is a map or whether it is a filter, the first parameter is a function. It is not only in the map, it is in the filter also. Yes, because they are all built-in functions. These are all built-in functions. So first parameter is a function, and you can look at the definition. They are a built-in function. We are not defined. They are not user-defined function now. So we should know the help of this. Whenever you want to look at the details, you can just see the help, and you can see that how is a map works, right? So whenever you want to see the details, you should actually look at, and you can see every time map is written in the list, that you can see here. Here also it is written in the list, here also it is written in list. Whether you pass tuple, whether you pass list, or whatever it is, every time it is written in the list only. In the string also you can see. So this is what the map, whereas that is not the case in the case of filter. Filter return based on the what parameters you pass it, as a what sequence you pass it. If you pass the tuple, it is going to be a tuple. It is so that we saw it, right? So this is what the difference between the filter and the map here. Okay, so those guys who are working on the case of Hadoop, they will be knowing something about mapper and reducer, right? So I think it will be interesting to know like what the mapper and reducer means, right? So these are the very popular keyword. Okay, but this is a something a map in the Python. This is not a mapper reducer, but then these keywords are very popular now, mapper and reducer. So let us see reducer now. How does the reduce work? The reduce means, actually name indicate, reduce means it is going to reduce the sequence. So now the sequence is having the n number of items, right? You want to reduce to the single value. That's what the reduce is. The meaning of reduce is, see these are all English word. I think I told you the map is to map the function with all sequences. What is the sequence you have? Filter is going to filter the item from the sequence. Similarly, reduce is again for the sequence, but then it is going to reduce the sequence into the single value. Very interesting actually. So reduce is going to reduce the sequence into the single value. How? Let us see now. Now we have a okay. The reduce should have one condition with the reduce. There is a one condition. Reduce should have only two parameter. Okay. The first parameter is a function. Again, there is another condition. That function should have only two parameter. Again, that is another condition. So the function should have two parameter, and the sequence should be only one. Okay. Now let us say reduce 1 2 3 4 5 6, like that. What will be the output of reduce now here? What the reduce will do here? I said like reduce is going to reduce the sequence, so it is going to return the single value, right? What this is going to do and how the reduce it will work here? What is the way it will work? What will be the I can say uh, the logic behind this? There's a logic, obviously, like there's a logic behind it. Okay, yeah, just a second. I think there's a background noise. Just a second. Hello. Yeah. So, what will be the output here? Yeah. Some guys must answer here. So it is going to reduce the sequence, and as I say, it is going to reduce the single value. So let us see. It is giving 21. So how it is working? Why the 21? Why there is a result as a 21 now? So reason here, you are going to do what? The first thing is addition of two parameter. So add is a function. We have defined this previously also, right? Using the filter and all. It is going to take the first parameter, that is a now we have parameter to add, that is a xy, I think, in our case of av. So right. So first parameter. So this will be a and this will be like that. So addition of first two parameter, it will do first, that is 1 plus 2. Okay, and it will 3. The result of this addition is added to the next item. Okay, so 3 plus 3 become now 6. Then this is going to be added consecutively, next item, like that, and the result is a sum of the sequence now. So reduce is going to return the sum of sequence in this case. So the question comes to our mind, is it only for the addition? Is it only for addition of the sequence? Yeah, someone can tell me the answer here. Is it only for addition? No, it can be, yes, good, good. That's good. So we can do something else also. What we else we can do it? Okay. The Kiran Kumar is saying that radius is not working for a cube of 2. Right, radius is not, yes, Kiran, because yes, great. So how does it work? It is only for it has some limitation. So it is for only one sequence, but there is a provision. There should be a sequence. There should be a function with minimum 2 parameter. So the first function which you are now here, there's a condition. In the previous case of the map and filter, we are having a different thing. But in the reduce case, the first one, the first function which we have, you should have the function with the 2 parameter now. Yes. So how does it work now? It is like, let us try the multiplication. Can you return the factorial of this some number here, or can you multiply instead of add? Just try the multiplication. Like I will write a mul, okay, and I'll just say lambda x comma y, x multiplied by y. Can you use now reduce? See what happened. Now what will be the output here? Yes. Oh, sorry, not add. Mult. What will be the output now? Just give me immediate answer. I'm just waiting for the answer now. 120. Great. 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 So I'm getting. I just like I'll tell you who is the winner right now. Yeah, Rangnath. Rangnath has responded me immediately. Great. So fastest finger first. Right. Good. So everybody has got the answer now. So why 120? Because now we did what? 1 multiplied by 2, and the whatever the result is there is multiplying with the 3. Right. Great. This is also good. Great, Rangnath. This is also right. So this is the way we can perform uh, the operation, and they are the Pythonic way. This is the way we say. So the way of writing the code is a Pythonic way now. So we have to think in the Pythonic way now. In between, I will talk about Python also, because it's my favorite language, and why it is my favorite language, that also I can tell you. The language is so neat and clean that you can understand this quickly, and you don't have any extra thing in the Python. You will see Python uses minimum keyword for doing maximum thing. That is something interesting about Python, which is not a case in other scripting language also. And it is object oriented, and we reduce the lines of code. And I can talk more about Python in terms of how we can use a Python. But yes, it's one of the favorite language. It's a language which is a very much flexible, powerful, which reduce lots of lines of code, and you can see how we are reducing lines of code here. And there are many examples which I'll be showing you, like how we will be reducing the lines of code in the Python. Okay, so this was just example. Now I can do the sum, which will do more better now. Sum of the sequence. Just try this. You can add whatever you want. Done. Internally, sum is what? It is using the reduce again, right? It is going to have the return in this, but sum is going to do only sum. Okay, it is not going to do multiplication here. So sum, you can have what? You can return the same way, 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, like that. So you do not write a program of sum here. It is a built-in in the Python, and instead of, you can just say range, and range 1 to 10 items, and get the return, right? So 1 to 9, output will be the 1 to 9, right? I hope you got it. So this is another function. I hope you're getting right. Okay, so I'm just in between. I'll give the 1 minute time because I don't want to rush the topic. Okay, so some guys I understand. So some guys I want me to scroll up the. Okay, you want to see the map? Is this a cube one? You want to see it or okay, Sangram? You can just check it, and I'll be giving the time after. I know like some of the guys may be thinking like why I'm rushing up the topic. So there is a reason, and because we have to cover a lot of topic also, and I'm giving the time. No worry. Uh, we'll be actually looking at the topic like 10:45 maybe. Uh, 10:45 I can have the question answer once again, specifically for those guys who like to know more about the topics. So that can be discussed or after the training maybe during the conclusion. Yes, I think Kiran Kumar, uh, you give me the answer now rather than I'm giving the answer. Yes, Kiran Kumar, I think you logically tell me why it should be the 55, why not 55, why not 45? You're just think and give the answer. Your correct question. Yes, you are thinking correctly, but then there is something you should know range for that. Give me the answer. Yes, correct. Exactly. Exactly, Kiran. So it is going to take 0 to 9 or in this case, okay, great. So here I do not require to answer it because you can get the answer by yourself in some cases, okay, because these are all simple logic here, right? Yes, I will do that. I will do that. I'll be sharing that Jupyter also. I understand. Like some guys may not be getting all the contents from the Jupyter. I will do that. I will share this. No issue. Okay. So shall we proceed now? Let us come out. Let us see agenda once again. We should not forget our agenda. What is our agenda? Okay. So now we saw the sum. Max also we can try. You can just try this max mean. They're all basic. There's nothing actually. You can just try yourself. Max of some sequence you can try it, and you just see like previously we tried yesterday one program we tried for the greatest of three number. You do not record right in the Python actually. Python you can find out greatest of any number, no issue. Similarly for the mean, something built in. I'm like these are all built in. Wherever you want to use it as per the your requirement, max of some, mean of something, which you can get it quickly, and it's very easy in the Python. So sum max mean is fine. Now enumerate, how to use enumerate, and then we have a set is another big topic actually. Enumerate, as the name indicate, that it is for returning the index for the sequence. So enumerate is going to return the index of the sequence. How and how powerful, because I use enumerate also in many cases to solve the case study. Actually I have a lot of case study, but then I cannot take the case study all the case study here because of the time constraint. We have certain time constraint here, so during the topic like a file handling, I'll be taking the case study which is based on the enumerate also. It is possible if you want. So we'll be having some case study, but then based on the time we'll be taking the case study then, right? So now how to use enumerate. First of all, we understand how to use enumerate. Okay, so enumerate, I can create an index, right? How? So let's say I have a sequence now. Again, it's a sequence operation, and the sequence could be anything. Even I have agenda right now. Okay, I will do something interesting now. I will do something interesting. I want you guys to convert this agenda, which is a data, just string right now, into uh, And okay, this agenda I want you to give the every line you want, the index should be given automatically. Okay, so how to do this? I will take this agenda only as a string here. Okay, and I want to give the auto index for this all the lines here, whatever the lines are written, right? I want to give the index for the all the lines. Now agenda is a string right now. Okay, Sangram is saying I can put all in a list. Okay, do that, Sangram. You first convert into the first thing is you should be doing the convert into list. Okay, that's good. So that agenda means I will say al agenda list. So the first thing is yes, you should convert into the list. So how to do that, Sangram? You just tell me that also because I should be doing that also now. How to do that? How to do that? Yes, I want first list to this agenda should be converted to list now. How to do that? By using the no 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 no. Just use a split method. No no no. It will not work that way. Not that way. Use a split method. Remember the split. Can you try the split? See what happened now. The everything is got. Okay, but this is not looking good. Just try something else now. Let's try split lines. This is looking more better. Yes, split lines. So I did what? I converted this data, which is a string data, it could be a file also, into the split lines. This is some split lines, and by default the space is taken. So there is a white space, so that also in the beginning there's a white space in my agenda. That's the reason even this one is extra thing now. This can be removed also. Now what is al? Al is a list here. Yes. Now can you use enumerate for this? I have al and let us do some processing. A small case study, maybe not big, but at least cas. Okay, the question is how did you initialize agenda? You want to see it. See, I have first of all agenda written this way. Okay, my agenda was written in the beginning only in the triple quote string. Okay, if I could have done in a without any space, this is my agenda. Yes, I hope you got this agenda. It was written in the beginning only, and this agenda has just a string. It's a triple quote string, right? Under that, whatever is written. Okay, yes, Sangram. And now I have converted these into split lines. Now you should see I remove this. Okay, 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 Chawla, we'll do that, no issue. Now what will be the now this is the now you I want what this converted into the list. Now I want you to convert into auto indexing. How to do auto indexing now? So enumerate al. It is going to return the object, and I want to see something interesting now. Okay, how to see something interesting? I want this object to be iterable, right? The enumerate is object. So how it is returning now? Let me show you now. For I comma v in enumerate of al. I want to okay. First of all, let me see show me the default print I comma v. See the interesting stuff now. I got indexing automatically created. So first I did what? I have converted that string into the list. Now list into the index automatically I given here, right? And now something more interesting now. I want to start from 1 here. I can do that also. Just putting the initial value 1. You can see the auto indexing. I can show something more interesting about this also. Once again, if you want me to show something more interesting, I have something more interesting about this also. So I got a line number automatically for my yes, the enumerate, what enumerate is doing exactly. I think that answer you should give it now. Sangram, you can see the output and you can tell me what enumerate is doing now. The name enumerate is used in a many programming language, like in a C++ or C language also it is there. So based on that, can you tell me? Yes, it is for auto indexing, Sangram. It is for auto indexing, right? So for the sequence, if you want to get the auto index, it is possible by enumerate, and for any sequence, not for the particular sequence. Okay, Sangram, I think this is again a basic question you're asking to me. Yes, Sangram, you just look at what is I and V. They are just variable. They are just variable. You can have any variable like this, right? You write I or J, not necessary. So I think I or J are more common. So the first one, it is yes, yes, yes. We'll discuss later then. Okay, so now let us proceed further. I hope you got it now. Enumerate we saw it. We'll proceed further, and I can show more about it. Again, I'll come back to agenda. Agenda is already in front of us now. We saw enumerate. Now let us go for the set. What is set here? Set is something. Uh, okay, now this is another interesting data structure in the Python. I can create a set of any sequence. I can create my own sequence. Okay, by using the set. How? So what is set? First of all, set in the Python, you must have heard in mathematics we have a set, and we saw some operation in the maths actually, union, intersection. So let us create a set here. Set A of a string. I will do it. Okay, this is one string, and another string, or maybe I'll say like S1 is very common, right? A is a set, capital A is a set, capital B is another set. I can create a set of any sequence. Okay, so string is also sequence, so I'm just putting that. So let's say A B C D F G, then I'm just saying like D E F J K L M N something O. Okay, this is another set. Now what is this? Okay, I should have some duplicate item here. So I'm just doing something A B C D E F G, some duplicate here, and also here D F J K something. So what is this A? Now you have to tell me what is going on now. Print A, right? Now tell me what is going on here. Print B. I'll give the answer here immediately. What is going on? So set is what? Set is a, first of all, unordered collection. There is no order actually. Okay. So if you are able to see the order right now, that is a different thing. Okay. But there is no order. It's unordered. Unordered collection. Yes. But what? Unordered collection with a no duplicate element. It's a unique list. Exactly, Rangnath. So set is returning the unique collection now. Unique collection. So if you have a list and having a duplicate item, you will have a set where we'll be having only unique item into the list then. So it is returning the sequence with a unique item now. Okay, so there's no duplication in the set. Now this is not only use of the set. You can use a set for finding out any item in the sequence quickly. Let's say I want to find out the C is available in the set A or not. Okay, so it is there. If it is not available, this is not only the set, anywhere you can check it. Just let's say you are trying the O in the set available or not, it is going to say false. Right? So this is one. Then a lot of things. Look at the dir of A now. Dir of A, if you look at it, there are many more properties of the set. Okay, so in this case, what is set is doing? First of all, I told you set is a sequence of uh, any sequence. So sequence could be, now this, in this case the sequence is a string. We can have a sequence, let's say A1, because I'm seeing like some questions are there, so for that I'm giving the answer here. The sequence of list also. Now all these are the unique item. Now I think you'll get the answer here. I hope Kiran Kumar you got the answer here. Yes, sorry, I think there was a question in between. I'm just trying to give the answer for that also in this way. So not necessarily you should have string, you can have list, you can have tuple, you can have anything, right? Now let us proceed further. So we have set A. There are what set we can have? The set A, uh, we can create a set C, and you can have the union. Now what are the set operation we can have? I told you like there are various operation. We have set union, right? Let's say C is union. What is A union means? A dot union, union of B. What is union means? Okay, print C. Sorry, B is capital, right? It is a case sensitive. I hope you remember there is a B which is a set B is capital. So what is that union? Okay, and another set, let's say D is the intersection, A dot intersection. So remember mathematics now. I hope you remember mathematics again. And you tell me what is this is now D. So union and intersection. So union is on what? The element available in the set A and the element available in the set B, all the unique item from A and B combined. Whereas intersection means the common element, right? That you know. The equivalent for this, also I'll tell you, C1, A or B, binary operation. So C2 I written, okay, C1 is like this, C1. This is equivalent for this also, for intersection. Can you tell me that? That is A and B. Now print D1. Yes, this is the way. So the meaning for both, for OR, union is like a OR, and for intersection is like a AND operation. So this is a Boolean operation, we know. Similarly, you have XOR operation. You can try that also. Like I'll say E is equal to A XOR B, print E, and get the result. So this way you can have the varieties of the operations available, right? You know, XOR means what? Exclusive OR here, right? So these are all Boolean operations. So you should be knowing basic concept for this to understand. So those who are from mathematics background, I hope here most of the guys from the Boolean algebra and some Boolean operations like we saw in mathematics long before. The same thing, union, intersection. So we can perform, and then other operation also you can perform. You can do this operation other than what I showed you, so that you can do it offline. Right now, I just wanted to give you some example of the set to make you understand what is set here. And finally, we'll actually, because I say like 10:45 we start the question answer, not before that. There's a one more example like sorted. Set, then what is sorted here? How I can use a sorted? So by default, whatever the list we saw, okay, or the tuple list has a method called sort, but I want to have a any sequence to be sorted, any sequence. So I have a sorted function available. So I can sort any sequence here. Could be a tuple. Okay, I'll start this. Just try this, and let us see the output. Returning is what? Is a sorted output. So you can get any sequence. You can just try the sorted for any string, anything. Just try this. Sorted of any sequence. Yes, sorted of set also you can do it. Yes, yes, definitely. Yes, you can try sorted of your existing set also. Yeah, you can sort it out. Right now, my set is already sorted, so that's the reason I have not shown that example. So, but this, yes, you can do that. Yes, so you can try anything, any sequence you can sort. Okay, just print this so that you can see the print and get the result. Okay, so this is the way. Yes, see the Rangnath, I think you know like sort is a not a function. First of all, first one, sort is not a function. Sorted is a function. Sort is a method for the list. Okay, so you will not see the sort will work directly. Sorted is a built-in function. Okay, I hope you got the answer now, right? So I can use a sorted for any sequence, and I can get the result dynamically. It's a runtime, right? Sorted is a function which can use for the runtime. Okay, if you didn't get the result the way it is, in what case actually I need to understand. I think I will have the question and answer after this. So now I think we have done this, so we'll have question answer, and I think now uh, those guys having the question, I will discuss this now. We have finished our agenda for today's session. Actually, I could have added more thing, but then I'm just thinking like we should give some time for the question also. So last 15 40 this 15 minute will be just discussing about the questions as well as the summarization or some more we can have more example in the case if you want it. So I can talk with some of you guys to get the answer. So you can raise the hand in case if you want. So whoever want me to start discussion, because I'll be discussing with, okay, first I will discuss with the Sangram, uh, fastest finger first, Sangram. So I will talk with the Sangram first. Hi Sangram, are you there? I need to check what happened here, like where the name has gone now. The guys who are right now, this is the time for the question answer. So I'm here Okay, Sangram is not able to unmute. Okay, I'm just trying from my side. What is the problem? I'll check it. By names, I'm not able to see Sangram here itself. Yeah, I can see now. Uh, Unmute now. Sangram, from here, from my side, I have unmute you, but then at your end also you need to unmute. Yeah, now I should.
Sir?
Yes, Sangram.
Yeah,
Yes,
now I'm
now I
able
can
to.
see the
So
green
you
tick
able
for
to
here.
hear my voice?
Hello.
Yeah, you're able to hear me, right?
Yes, yes, I'm able to hear you now.
Could you please go up a little bit?
Yeah.
I had a question on that or. So the question was not exactly what is V and what is I. So the question what I was asking is,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this enumerate, okay. So L is a list you created,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and this enumerate, what it is doing, it is operating on top of that list,
Mm-hmm.
and each and individual element of that particular list, it is assigning a number.
Yeah, it is returning the index actually. Returning the two actually enumerate two things. It one thing is a index and another is the item.
Mm.
So like that.
Okay. So here in this, you have used two iterator, right? I and
J.
okay. So
Because it returns the two
okay,
things.
I
One is the index, another is the item itself.
okay. So enumerate. Okay. So this function it returns two things actually,
Right.
right?
Right.
One is the index and another is that index item itself. That's why
Exactly.
you used two
Two
okay, two
variables.
iterator. Okay.
Two
Okay,
variables.
okay, okay. Got it.
I can show you
Got it. That was
actually.
my
Yeah,
confusion.
I'll show
Hmm.
this way also. I'll show like I can do this way also. Something interesting I'll show you to get the idea.
Yeah, this will be, I think,
Interesting. Okay, I'll minimize this thing. I'll just comment this so that you know what is. Yeah. Now can you see this? What you got
yeah,
now?
yes,
Index
yes.
and one item.
Yeah.
List of tuple.
Index and one item. Yeah, list of tuple.
Yeah. I'll show
Oh,
something more interesting here now.
now you can split it also, right? I can
Yeah, you can do
show it.
multiple way.
Yeah. Okay.
See something more again. Got dictionary now. Something interesting. Zero become now. So I can return what I want.
Mm-hmm.
First I return
Okay.
list of tuple. Now I return the dictionary directly by using the dict function.
So DICT, what it did actually?
It has converted the list of tuple into dictionary.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yes.
And the previously enumerate was there. It has converted that that's all the tuple into list of tuple actually. It was
Okay.
object actually.
Maybe
So by default
you can
enumerate
remove
return the
that print.
object and you can actually
Yeah.
change the object. So object you can shape it according to the data structure now.
Okay.
Got it now?
Okay. Can you just remove that print and just I just want to see that
Okay,
last
this
one
this one
dictionary.
this one
You
I
can
want.
comment that one.
This
You
one
can
now.
comment that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And remove the print from this one.
Okay, I want you want me to remove here this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This you can see it now. Yeah. This is a dictionary.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
Got it?
Okay. It created a dictionary.
Yes, yes. So this is also possible in the so we can explore this way.
Fine. Yeah. Got it. I think
Okay,
my question is clarified.
great.
Thank you. Thanks, Surendra.
Okay, okay, Sangram. So I will speak with some other participant now. Yes, let me check other questions if you have a question because I said like I'll be giving some time for question. Mm, Kiran Kumar, let me see the hands actually. If you have some hands here, let me check. I can see the hand directly by top. Okay, Kiran Kumar. I will talk with Kiran Kumar now. Hi, Kiran.
Hi, you are
Yes,
able to hear me?
yes. Now we can speak because
Okay. I'm just texting you, I mean chatting. For the set example, whatever
Mhm.
you have given, I tried that one, but the result, whatever you have got and whatever I have got is different. What is the issue with my text?
Okay. Actually, you put a square bracket in the A equal to set of square bracket. You put it. Okay, just remove the square bracket
It should be okay.
because this string is itself is a sequence.
Okay.
You look at the what I did it now. I will show this. Yeah, this one. I have not put any bracket here because if I put a square bracket, it means it is a list.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
You got the answer? So now you can try
Yeah,
all other operation.
sure. Thank you.
So I have another question from Ravi. Hi Ravi, I'm trying to connect you. You need to unmute yourself. I have already unmute from my side.
Hi, am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible now.
Okay, so I just wanted to know how can we do operations on an object? For example,
Hmm.
instead of doing a set of A, B, C, D, E, F, I want to do a set of dictionary
Yeah,
or any
set of
custom
sequence.
object
No, no.
depends
First of
upon.
all, this is a
Yeah.
set of sequence actually. I mentioned like
Okay,
set of
so
sequence, any sequence. Not the dictionary is not a sequence.
can we do any kind of operations on a set of objects
Yes, set of object.
instead of
Yes,
sequence?
yes. Any sequence you can have the set, and it is just like a removing the
Yeah.
duplicate element actually.
Yeah, so what my requirement is, I want to remove the duplicate objects depending upon one of the key inside each object.
No, first of
So
all,
let's say,
let me tell you,
yeah, let's say
set
we
is
have.
for the sequence, not for the dictionary.
Okay, so I'm not I'm not much aware of the data types defined inside Python.
Hmm.
So what my requirement is, for example, we have 5 different objects in which we have a common object called name, and if name is equal to Ravi in 2 different objects, we have to remove one object.
Yeah, that can be done
I
now.
hope I'm clear.
Yeah, so that is possible. I'm like we can do it. All the things like if you do logically, it is possible. Like in the list is there, right? We can have the
Yeah.
duplicate name you want to say, right? You can have list of name.
No, basically, we're not going to have just name inside all the objects. There could be multiple values there.
Now these are the Satish. This is and you have some other item also.
No. Not like this.
Hmm.
So uh, I wanted to do my operations on a particular set of objects. When I say object, I means
On
so this list
yeah.
should become one object. Let me ping you something
Let me tell you.
in the chat.
Okay, let me tell you. Like first of all, in the Python, everything is object. Okay, if you are thinking about objects, so list is also object, string is also object, character is an object, everything is object here. You tell me the scenario, I will give the answer here then.
Okay, just give me a second. I'm pinging you something.
Yeah, sure.
So
Hmm.
x comma y comma z is my first object. 1 comma 2 comma x is my second object, and similarly we have a number of objects. So whatever object contains x in them, we have to remove it.
Hmm. No, so that is a something of filter you're talking about. You're not talking about set then, right?
Okay.
You're talking about something else then in that case. So what you want to say, I understand that. Let me understand. Like you have a one set of multiple list you want to say, right?
Yeah.
Possible. You can have list of list. Like I can have x y whatever example you have mentioned, y z. This is a one list. You have another thing like 1 2 and x is another list. X is also a string here, right? So like that you can have any n number of thing, but it is set of set, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me do that just a second. To remove the confusion, I will just put now done. Is this where you want?
Okay, so what is the criteria of the sorting here? Like number will come first again every time again. So
No.
my
So
requirement was
now you can do
yeah,
what? You can again apply the set inside it, right? If there's a duplicate here.
but the operations would be too costly, right? I mean, if we keep on not suppose our factor is 1,000 or millions,
Now,
we'd be
now in
applying
this
sorting
case,
for million
this
million times.
see. First of all, let me tell you. This is a set for the list of tuple. So if you have any duplicate tuple, that will be removed here, right? But if I want this tuple should have unique item, then I had to perform this. Otherwise, I had to use the iteration. I can use the
No,
iteration,
so
right?
no, my question was different here. So
Mhm.
now we have two different sets here called XYZX, and in the first set, second set is 1 2 XX.
Mhm.
Now suppose we have two more sets in which we don't have X. So my requirement was we have to remove one set, any set in which X is there. I mean the set should work on a particular item called X.
Mhm.
So whatever object contains X, it should remove that particular set.
See, first of all, you can do by like by logical also. Then something is like see, set is having the some criteria. Set is to remove the duplicate item, right? So
Yeah.
it is for that. So if you want to do that, it is a, by programming you have to do it then. By writing some logic, it is possible. You can iterate it, you can check it whether it's there or not. Okay, like I can check it whether the set has this item or not by using the in function. If it is there, by using the if condition, I will say something else. I will replace it. So that logic I have to apply here. Or I have one.
Okay. So
There
the
is a
way
separate thing for that. I have one logic for this also. I know how to give the answer. How to do that. This is by list comprehension. I can do that actually.
what do you call it? List?
List comprehension.
Okay.
So in that I can write one program that I will be taking in the next tomorrow session actually. Tomorrow we have a list comprehension, dictionary comprehension. So that in a single line only you can write a program. So there what you are
Okay.
expecting will be done. Not by set
Yeah.
then.
Fine.
There is a way of doing that because there you have to write a logic because set has a built-in logic, right? So if you want to customize it, you have to write your program then. We cannot customize the set function, right? We can just use the set because it's a built-in function. I hope you got this.
Yeah. I think we can discuss further tomorrow in list comprehension method.
Right. In the list comprehension, I can do this because in the list comprehension, I can write a complete logic also, what I want. I can decide what
Okay.
exactly I want actually. Possible. What you are asking me, it is 101% possible by using
Okay.
the list comprehension.
Okay, so on the higher note, what I wanted is how to implement comparator interface in Python.
No, that is something you're talking about, object-oriented programming you're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a different thing. This is the topic which we are discussing. We are not discussed till now. So that is a topic we'll be discussing in the object-oriented programming.
Okay.
Right. Second thing is Python has a very limited object-oriented programming features. That also we'll discuss in that topic. So that also we'll see like why we do not require also. That also I'll tell you. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Okay. I hope you got this. Anyhow, so because we have so many other topic in the Python, we are not finished yet. There are many more things which we can perform later on. Right. Yeah, that
Yeah,
is a
fine.
Pinake is saying something like I guess you can. Yeah, that is a different thing. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. So let me know because it based on the because we have many more topic. Rangnath. Okay. Yes, Rangnath, you want to talk to me?
Hey, hello, Surendra. Is Ranganath?
Yes, Rangnath, tell me.
Hey, Surendra. Yeah. Hey, Surendra. Actually, I have a question regarding this dictionary. Right, we're talking about the dictionary part.
Right.
So, actually, my question was, because actually there is a loop. Okay, there's a for loop. So, in the for loop, I am using in the dictionary. So, I'm using
Yeah.
J in dictionary. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe the list. Actually, my question was, how do we, actually I want to convert a list to dictionary. Okay.
Possible. Possible.
List to dictionary, I want to convert. So,
Yes, yes, possible.
possible.
I have
So,
already
my
done that
question was,
actually.
while doing the loop.
Let me show you like before we let me show you. I have already
Yeah.
done
So,
here. I already done that. I have converted the
okay.
list to dictionary here. I have this list now, right? And my result is dictionary in this case. Can you see that?
Correct. Yeah.
I already done that. So my input AL is a list. I have converted into dictionary.
Correct. So that's fine. So I mean, while doing that, so I want to add, okay, I want to append. So
Append.
I want to append more than one value, more than one key value pair to the dictionary. So what will happen, right? If I use for loop,
Mhm.
okay, and if I have a dictionary, so while inserting a value, it's always kind of overriding it. It's not appending.
Yeah.
It's not adding to the dictionary.
Yes.
So I mean,
Because
how
you
do I
can
do that actually?
because
How
you
do
can
I do that? If I want to, Mhm.
yes because you should have only unique key and value here. You cannot have duplicate keys in the dictionary.
That's
The
true.
meaning
That's
of
true. Correct. Actually, I'm not adding a duplicate key. I'm adding. I want to add a unique key only.
okay.
Example, there's a key value available already. Example, A is a key, Apple is a value. Okay. So
Yeah.
now
I
I
will do
want
one
to
thing.
add
I will
B
do
is a
for
key,
you.
banana is a value.
Just a second. Just a second. For you,
Uh-huh.
I will store this result actually in the dictionary. Okay. Let's take this
Okay.
uh, this as a D, DP. Okay. Just for the DP. This DP I will use it for you. This is a dictionary right now. You want
Okay.
to update this dictionary, right?
See, actually, the not only update. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to update in a such a way. How to update that? Let me show you. Uh, I will add a D1 is there. Yeah, D1 is a separate thing, but here D is there. Okay, D is a separate thing here. So I will actually create another dictionary D P1. Okay, and having
Mhm.
15 uh, key, and I'm just adding the like list comprehension. Okay, 16
Okay.
something dictionary. Okay, and I have like 17 as a number, and something any else like model. Okay, so this dp1 is what? Is a dictionary, right? This is a dictionary, dp is a dictionary, dp1 is also dictionary. Now you
Mhm.
want to add this dp1 into dp. Is this a question?
No, no, no. So, see, my question is while doing a looping, okay, while doing a looping, right? So I am getting I'm getting one key value pair from from the list, and I'm adding to dictionary first time because this kind of looping. So again, I'm adding a second time, getting a key value from list, I'm adding to dictionary. Third time, getting a key value from list, adding to dictionary. While doing that, actually, I'm not able to append it to the dictionary. I'm every time I'm looping,
First of all,
so
append
the
word,
dictionary is kind of refreshed.
first of all, let me tell you, append statement comes in the list, not in the dictionary.
Got it. I'm asking what is a similar way? I mean, what
Update.
is a similar? I know there's an update you said, but the update is not working for me. So,
Now I'll show the update. How does it work? This dp is there,
mhm.
dot update and dp1. Now dp got updated here. You can see this is the way it is
Okay,
updating. Just put dp dot update of dp1 now. You do not
okay.
require for loop for this actually.
No. I mean, so this case is fine. I'm talking about. Okay, so there's a value which I'm having a kind of list. Okay, so I know actually there's a list chart you already having.
Mhm.
So taking two values from the list and inserting to dictionary.
Yeah, you can do that. There's a way to do that, right?
Mhm.
You can actually
Yeah,
do
yeah.
one thing.
Okay.
You send me the
I'll try that.
scenario. Is possible.
Okay.
You
Sure,
send me
sure.
that actually.
Okay.
You send me what you
Sure.
want me to do. I will show you how to do that.
Sure. Okay, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I
Yeah.
will. I will send you that. Okay.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. I will
Yeah.
do that
Thank you.
actually. Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. Thanks.
Okay, guys. So good night there. And if still question are there, let me know. Okay, I can. I think questions are over now. So see you tomorrow. Yes, yes, I will do that. Shravanti, right? Hello.
Hello?
Yes, Shravanti.
Yeah, could you attach today's Jupyter notebook?
Yeah,
I can refer.
you have the like this Anaconda installer in your machine.
Yes, yeah,
Okay, okay. I will do that. I will actually put that in. So you got the material of day one and day two.
correct. Yeah,
That PPT you got it PDF file.
yes.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, we'll share in the same way then. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.